Hi guys, happy Tuesday. I'm so happy to be back going over some of the topics that you all have suggested, and I just want to say thank you because so many of you participated in this last round of me asking you what are some of the topics you would like me to talk about. So I was literally blown away by the number and amount of topics that you guys send my way. And just so you know, that is where I get my inspiration for these videos. It's always something that one of you guys have asked me. So just to have that directly come from you is a really great way for me to continuously have more topics to talk about because I want to do something that is in your interest. I usually try to pick the most commonly asked questions, and this one is about dealing or putting up or living with a narcissistic partner or spouse. I find it interesting how many of you guys have asked about this. So I just want to go ahead and say that all of us at some point have thought that our partner is narcissistic. So let's not go ahead and overdiagnose everybody around us with narcissistic personality disorder. This is a serious mental health condition. And for you to really know that someone is actually narcissistic, they would have to be diagnosed by a mental health professional. So don't go overdiagnosing your spouse and telling the world that you are married to a narcissist. So first I want to start by going over what causes someone to have this mental health disorder and at what age does it usually present itself and what are some of the common characteristics about it. Just so you guys are aware, I've done a overall narcissistic personality disorder video, but this more pertains to dealing with a narcissistic person in a relationship. So in a marriage or in a boyfriend-girlfriend or boyfriend-boyfriend, girlfriend-girlfriend kind of a relationship. All right, so how do you spot a narcissistic partner? Number one, they are consistently looking for attention, appreciation from their partners. And this is actually called a narcissistic supply, which means that they are just continuously waiting to get that supply from you. They really want to be known for anything that they do. For example, let's say they clean the house. That narcissistic partner will want you to tell them that you cleaned the house, good job. It might be just any normal act, but they really want to hear you appreciate and let them know that you did notice it. So that's the first one. The second one is that they overestimate their own abilities and what they bring to the table, and they underestimate what their partner is doing. So they always think that they are putting in 100%, and they always think their partner is barely doing anything, even if their partner is the one that is doing mostly everything in the relationship. The third is that they fantasize about unlimited success. They are daydreamers, and they are continuously chasing after things that are really far-fetched and things that they're not really even working on. So let's say somebody wants to have a mansion, but they're barely affording an apartment and they are not working on this particular goal to attain in the future, but they constantly talk about it. That's why we call it daydreaming or magical thinking. Next on my list, number 4, is they compare themselves to highly successful, really wealthy people because they think, and this is again part of their magical thinking, they believe that the only people in the world that will really understand them is those that are really in high society and wealthy families. Number 5 on my list is that they always demand and have really high expectations from their partner to the level that is really impossible for their partner to achieve, and this usually causes a lot of distrust in the marriage because their partner often feels that they are doing so much, yet this person is unable to see how much their partner is really doing. 6 on my list is that they actually contribute very little to the relationship. So they believe they are contributing, but they are actually not contributing at all. And that's because they are really just focused on their own self-interest rather than the interest of the family or the relationship. Next on my list is that they have very little or no empathy at all because they are unable to see things from another person's point of view. They are very egocentric and they really are only able to see things from their own perspective. Next on my list is that they're very critical and harsh. They usually go on an anger strike and they yell and they criticize their partner on what they didn't do right. And they very rarely tell their partner that what they did was great, and they very rarely appreciate or show any form of respect for what it is that their partner is doing. And last on my list is that they are simply unreasonable. their reasoning doesn't make sense and they're unreasonable. All right, guys, I know it's getting long. It's a very deep topic and I really wanted to make sure I go over it slowly. So I'll stop now and I will return next week with the same topic. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.